Okay, guys. Good morning to our drummers. Alright, so we're going to get ready to start our learning to play drums. But before I forget, as I did last time, just if you have any difficulties uploading anything or need to ask me a question or something like that, here's my email. If you can't get a hold of me some other way through Google Classroom or something, you can always send me an email to wbrooks@schools.nyc.gov. If you have no other way, feel free. I will get it and I will answer you. Okay, so our learning objective for this class is I can deconstruct the basic rock drum beat and begin to practice and perform it. So this is what's on your lesson plan. Please read along. If you want to print it out, go right ahead. This is a basic rock drum beat. I mean, it could be, it's popular music. It's the same as hip hop. It's the same as R&B. It's the same as funk or disco. It's not exactly the same, but they're all variations. We're going to call this one basic rock drum beat because the basic rock drum beat is one of the most basic ones there is. And even in the videos that I'm sharing with you, you can hear that the drummer there doesn't stay to this exact beat pattern, really, not beat, but pattern. He does some variations too, but the big word there is deconstruct. So we're going to deconstruct this drum beat, break it down into its parts so that we can practice the little parts, and then we can we'll practice our little parts so then we can put it all together to make the whole thing sound like what the video sounds like, or what most popular music sounds like. So our pattern is right here, and it's broken into 3 sections because these are 3 parts of the drum kit that you're going to play mostly. And you'll see it on the video when you do the play along video just for your practice. They're broken up into hi-hat, snare drum, and bass drum. Now the hi-hat you're going to play with your right hand, and you're going to just tap your leg, right? The snare drum you're going to play with your with your left hand. And if you had a snare drum, it'd be basically right in front of you in your lap, so you'd tap it in 1, 2, and 3, 4, and we'll talk more about that. The bass drum you're going to play with your right foot. You're going to keep your heels on the floor while you tap your toe on your right foot for this bass drum pattern. So I'll tell you what, let me play the pattern on the computer so that you guys, I can show you how it goes through. Ready? It's not starting yet, sorry. 3, 4, and you can see the beat numbers across the bottom here. So beat 1, beat 2, beat 3, beat 4. Let me take this little drumstick here, so point it all through. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are the things that are happening on the page. 1, 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3. Now in between the counts, we have these plus signs. We can say just and. So 1, 2. Now say the ends between 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and that's the count that the hi-hat copies. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And so the hi-hat part, just with your right hand, just copy them. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and just do the hi-hat part. That's all. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So there you go. Doing that part right there. Now if we did the bass drum part, you can see what numbers the bass drum comes in on. Beat 1 rests on 2, comes on beat 3, rests on beat 4. So you can hear it coming in right now. And bass, rest, and foot, and rest, and foot, and rest, foot, foot, and tap your foot, and tap your foot, and 1 and 2, and tap your foot on 3. And so you're going to play your bass on 1, you're going to play it on 3. Your snare drum is going to come in on what numbers? Play on number 2 and number 4, so the opposite of the bass drum. Let's just practice the snare drum part with our left hand. And ready and go, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and playing on number 2 and number 4, and 1, 2, and 3 and 4. And so the snare drum part has a rest on 1 and 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now why don't we put them together? I use my bass foot and my left hand for my snare drum, and here I go, and foot, hand, foot, hand, and foot, hand. I just put two together, foot, hand, and foot, hand, and foot, hand. Now let me put a different two together. Put my two hands together, my hi-hat and my snare drum. Ready? And 2 and 3, here I go, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and now let me put a different two together. I'll put my bass drum and my hi-hat together. Here it is now, and 1 and 2 and foot and 4, and 1 and 2 and foot and 4 and foot and 2 and foot and 4 and foot and 2 and foot and foot. Now let me try to put all three of them together. Now you could either start with your bass drum and your snare drum and then add your hi-hat. You can start with your hi-hat and try to add the other two. Let me start with the bass drum and snare drum, then I'll add the hi-hat. Here I go, and foot and snare and foot and hand and foot and hand. Now I'll add my hi-hat, foot and hand and foot and hand and foot and hand, and that's what you practice. Or I could try it the other way. I'll start with my hi-hat and then try to add my foot and my hand. So hi-hat, hi-hat, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Now add foot and left hand and foot and left hand, foot and left hand, foot and left hand. While the right hand keeps going, foot and left hand and foot and left hand and foot, left hand and here. And all right, I'm going to stop our drummer. We'll talk a little bit more about it. Okay, so anyway, so your basic job is then to practice each part, as it says on the lesson plan outline. Practice each part by itself. You can do it along with the video. I'll post the video link so that you can play along with a real drummer who's on that video. And so you just practice one hand at a time, one part at a time, hi-hat. Do it for a minute or two or whatever, and then practice the snare drum. Shh, snare, and shh, and snare, and shh, and snare, and shh, and snare. And then just practice the bass part. Foot, and shh, and foot, and shh, and foot, and shh, and foot, and shh. And then put them together. Put two parts together at one time. Foot, and snare, and foot, and snare. Or put hi-hat and foot, 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 foot. Or put the two hands together, hi-hat and snare drum. Hi-hat, snare, and hi-hat, snare, and hi-hat, snare, and hi-hat, snare. And one of the key things is that each time the bass goes, it still has the hi-hat. Each time the snare plays, it still has the hi-hat. The hi-hat keeps going throughout. I'll take it any way you can do it, but just keep that in mind if you find yourself stopping to play the foot or to play the snare. Let's see, what else? Okay, so you do one part at a time, a couple of minutes each, then you do two parts together, do all three combinations, two hands, foot and a hand, foot and a hand, right? And then try all three together. Have these two going at the same time, then add your hi-hat. Or have the hi-hat going, then try to add your bass and snare. So for your homework, I know, it's all homework, but here's what you're going to upload to get credit. Today or tomorrow, make a short video of yourself practicing some aspect of this. Practicing one at a time, practicing two at a time, even try practicing all three at a time. It's up to you, whatever you choose. Short video, 30 seconds, maybe a minute. Upload that up to Google Classroom. If you can't, you can always send it to me at wbrooks@schools.nyc.gov. A few days before our next class, 1 or 2 days before the next class, that's when the submissions will be due. So do one video today and then do one more after you've been practicing for a few days. Do one more 1 or 2 days before the next class, and you'll upload both of those videos to the Google Classroom or to my email. And that's how you're going to get credit for it. So 2 videos, one today, one before the next class. Upload them both or email them both, and you get credit for it. I hope you have fun with this. This is not about credit. This is about learning to do something new. So play along with the videos if you like. I think that's a good way to do. I'll post three videos of the drummer that we just listened to: a slow one, a medium one, and a faster one. They're not too much different. If you have trouble, slow down. If you have trouble, back up to one at a time or two at a time. Sometimes doing all three is really challenging. Don't worry if you don't have success right away. Our job is to break it down, is to make it into smaller parts. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so your first video today or tomorrow doesn't have to be perfect. It can even have full of mistakes. Just trying. then the video in a few days should be better, and we'll see some progress. Okay? All right. Have some fun. I'm really looking forward to hearing you guys. Okay.